Contemporaries regarded Princess Yusupova as intelligent, amiable, and exceedingly beautiful. She effortlessly connected with everyone, exuding an air of ease, candor, and possessing a delightful sense of humor. Fortune smiled upon her birth into an exceptionally wealthy family. Her father ceaselessly expanded his empire, and by the time Zenaida was born, their family was counted among the world's wealthiest. The Yusupovs owned vast estates, mines, factories, and palaces rivaling the splendor of the Romanovs. Zenaida inherited her father's character and love for treasures. Nikolai Borisovich surrounded himself with exquisite artifacts and amassed a vast collection of jewelry. His study was adorned with crystal vases brimming with gemstones. Moreover, he always carried a pouch of precious stones in his pocket, often fiddling with them like worry beads. By the age of 27, Zenaida remained the sole heiress to the Yusupovs' immeasurable wealth. Among the few passions of the princess were her jewels. A significant portion of the family's assets had been spirited away before the Bolsheviks' arrival, yet the new regime found ample to enrich their coffers. In 1917, Princess's son Felix concealed 7 chests filled with precious metalware and ornaments in their Moscow mansion. The hidden chamber with treasures was only discovered in 1925. Some items from this collection later surfaced in exhibitions at Moscow museums, primarily in the armory chamber. The beauty and value of the royal family's jewelry can be inferred from numerous portraits of Zenaida and the Album of Treasures, created before the revolution. Topping the list of treasures is the renowned pearl Peregrine. This pristine, drop-shaped beauty weighed 36.6 carats and frequently adorned the princess's ceremonial attire, including portraits. The gem is often confused with the pearl Peregrine, once owned by Philip II. The Yusupovs amused themselves with rumors about their treasure, not hastening to refute them. In 1866, an American magazine published an article about the Peregrine, estimating its value at $500,000. The pearl remained in the family for some time after the revolution. It wasn't until 1953 that Felix decided to sell it to a French jeweler. In 1989, it resurfaced at a Christie's auction, fetching $463.8 thousand from an unknown buyer. From Zenaida's mother, she inherited unusual pear-shaped diamond earrings with flawless diamonds. The intriguing aspect of their ornament lies in the stone's varying sizes of 14 and 20 carats, lending a unique charm and beauty. Unfortunately, financial difficulties compelled the princes to sell them in 1928, with Marjorie Merriweather Post becoming the new owner. Later, the treasure was passed on to the Museum of Natural History in the USA. One of the last Yusupov commissions for the Chaumet Company was the diamond tiara with the cheerful name Sunbeams. Rays with transparent crystals diverge in different directions, with a large diamond affixed at the center. Shortly after, a star sapphire of deep blue hue replaced it. One of the most famous Yusupov diamonds, the Polar Star, with a cushion cut weighing 41.28 carats, originally belonged to Joseph Bonaparte, Napoleon's elder brother, and was later acquired by Princess Tatiana Yusupova. In exile, starting from 1924, the Yusupovs repeatedly pawned the diamond at Cartier, London, and then, along with other Yusupov treasures, the Polar Star was pledged to the London firm T.M. Sutton until Cartier redeemed it. The last time the Polar Star was sold was in 1980. Cartier put the diamond up for auction at Christie's in Geneva, where it sold for $5.1 million. The further fate of this splendid diamond remains unknown. Another Yusupov diamond, pink in color and weighing 17.47 carats, earned the moniker Ram's Head, likely due to its unusual cut. Like many Yusupov treasures, this diamond was sold to the Cartier firm, whose jewelers crafted a ring for its new owner, Daisy Fellows, a society figure, jewelry collector, and regular client of Elsa Schiaparelli. Legend has it that this ring, adorned with a beautiful pink diamond, inspired the designer to create clothing in shocking pink. Despite dressing modestly in everyday life, the princess invariably caused a sensation at receptions and balls. For instance, at a luncheon in honor of the Spanish Infanta Eulalia, hosted by Prince and Princess Yusupov in their Moscow residence, the guest was struck by the spectacle. The screaming luxury of Russian taste was harmoniously combined with purely French elegance at the Yusupovs. At the luncheon, the hostess wore a ceremonial dress adorned with diamonds and exquisite oriental pearls, in pearl necklaces, Heavy gold bracelets with Byzantine patterns, turquoise and pearl earrings, and rings sparkling with all the colors of the rainbow. The princess resembled an ancient empress. Another magnificent diamond bore the name Sultan of Morocco. This unique grayish-blue diamond, weighing 35.27 carats, was mined in Golconda and remained in the possession of the rulers of Morocco until the mid-19th century. In 1840, the diamond was acquired by Prince Nikolai Yusupov, and in 1923, Felix Yusupov transferred the stone to the Cartier firm. From this point until 1972, the trail of the Sultan of Morocco diamond goes cold. Presumably, this exceedingly rare gem, blue and blue diamonds constitute only 0.1% of all mined diamonds worldwide, was acquired by a private buyer from Cartier who wished to remain anonymous. In 1972, the diamond was auctioned in the USA, where it was purchased by a collector from San Francisco. Shortly before the revolution, Felix Yusupov, once the wealthiest heir of a noble lineage and a vast fortune, entered into marriage with Irina Romanova, the niece of the emperor himself. They were entirely different in character, but managed to love, accept each other, and live a long life without losing these feelings, even in exile. The wedding ceremony took place in the winter of 1914. Irina, fragile and elegant, was dressed in a traditional white gown, crowned with a veil with a history. Once belonging to the infamous Marie Antoinette, who met her fate at the guillotine, this splendid accessory now adorned Irina's head. Irina's veil was complemented by a precious tiara in the style of the Renaissance era. Created in 1911 in the workshops of Cartier, the base is made of platinum, decorated with rock crystal and diamonds. Rows of crystals are crowned by a large 3.66 carat stone. Take a closer look at the tiara and try to guess where the diamonds end and the rock crystal begins. The crystals are splendidly matched and sparkle one better than the other. In the Yusupov collection, there was yet another tiara known as the famous love knots. In a portrait, the princess is depicted against a backdrop of the Archangel's palace, wearing a pristine white dress adorned with delicate lace and massive precious jewels. Adorning the princess's head is the precious ornament, the diamond and pearl tiara, love knots. This is a special type of tiara, in the design of which the main motif is the so-called love knot, a stylized ornament resembling a heart. The tiara consists of 19 diamond love knots, nestled within 19 inverted diamond arches, with 19 pear-shaped pearls suspended from the knots. The combination of these ornamental motifs holds symbolic significance. The diamond love knots symbolize the strength and integrity of marital bonds, while the pear-shaped pearls filling the arches signify purity and fidelity. Therefore, tiaras of this type were traditionally given to daughters or brides of sons as wedding gifts. Have you heard of the Yusupovs? Write in the comments. It would also be interesting to know which jewelry you liked most of all.